run to leave it. He stick with 12 like a dodecahedron.
Yo, Red doesn't know what that fucking is.
Bro, they can just fucking Google it.
Go read a dictionary, stupid. Been through his block like Rubik's. 14 karat my Cuban. That nigga snaky, loose lip.
If Ham got beef, I'm shooting.
I've been a problem, nuisance. Yes,
I've been Apollo, moving.
You cannot hang if you fuck up the ambience. Off half a than someone call me an ambulance. Don't tell me gold got me feel like a champion. Look at me wrong and I'm stabbing your pancreas. Look at me wrong, you gon' lose your medulla. Turn them to stone, got me feel like Medusa. The pack has arrived, hallelujah. I need the money, simoleons, moolah.
I was gonna jump him, but he wearing Puma. Can't fuck with no pigs, not even Boomba. Ralph Lauren pants with a champion Tula. Big metal body, I feel it's like it. Nah, I don't wanna say it like that. Hey, big metal body, I feel it's like Kuma. I got some mana that I'm about to use her. I lit a blunt and young ham lit the fuser. That bitch ain't bad, she built like Gudra. That bitch ain't bad, she built like a Goomba. That bitch ain't bad, she built like a Koopa. That bitch ain't bad, she built like Kamek. She sucked me up, then I'm painting her canvas. These rappers bulldogs, I said it in Spanish. Fresh out the water like my fucking salmon. Don't fuck with pigs when I fuck with ham sandwich. Get it, bro? He be going straight pork mode, bro. Pork chop, bacon. The sizzle, bitch, stupid. Duh. Why it sound like? Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, goddamn, yeah, hey, yo, sheesh, goddamn, look. I got all the badges in my rolly bezel. They be asking where I got it. You can't block the magic, you ain't on my level. Got these monsters in my pocket. I ain't with the gossip, I just need the profit. Ain't about the money, pick a different topic. Niggas try to stop it, hit them with the rocket. The 40, I'll pull it, it's right on my hip. Bring out the sauce and I dip. Sprite with the lean, then I sip. I drop a Zen in my cup. Now I'm gone on a trip. I'm with Deoxys on Pluto. Hard body on me, it look like a nigga been training with Bruno. Shuffle too cold, I got ice on my neck. Boy, my chain is on freeze, call that shit Articuno. Store lost my wallet, too fat, Hariyama. My pockets, they eatin', my shit be on sumo. Been well respected, my name on the throne, boy, I'm legendary. And you barely a pseudo. You ain't whipping, your shit barely a tudo. Two bad bitches give me neck, that's no duo. Yo chick a freak, she be craving the me, see her trying to stay up on my head like a Cubone. I drop a Zen in the lean. I got a muck in the stack. Nigga, we came from the bottom. Nigga, we ain't going back. We headed straight to the league. Walk in my gym, you gon' leave empty-handed.
How you expect to get in with no cloud?
Nigga, I don't understand it.
Ain't about the money, why open your mouth?
Nigga, I don't understand it.
How you expect to get in with no cloud?
Nigga, I don't understand it.
Ain't about the money, why open your mouth?
Nigga, I don't understand it.
How you expect to get in with no cloud?
Nigga, I don't understand it.
Ooh, shuffle, I don't understand it. All of my hits, they be bandit.
Oh my God.
Omar, I don't understand it. Stable life, bitch, I'm a bandit. Shuffle, I don't understand it. All of my hits, they be bandit.
All right, I think we're about ready to get started.
Nigga, I don't understand it. You sending them shots.
What is up, YouTube? Move the mic so I can take the thumbnail picture. Y'all like that thumbnail photo? Might have to go back and schwabity that shit though, and like expand my fucking eyes and mouth and shit. Let's see. Hydrating for sure. We got a few more of the Ricolas for the vocal cords. Alright. It's stream mode time. Alright, actually. Oh, I gotta. Wrong thing. There we go. That's the window that I'm looking for. Yeah, I got a pretty long list of things to react to. Sup, Zeet? We got 8 YouTube links and 1 SoundCloud link. But also, you know, I'm gonna keep my eye on Twitter, see if anybody else submits. I got a list here. Let's see. I don't know how I can oh, so I saw that you submitted Shadow, but I reacted to yours already. The VOD's up, but if you want my thoughts, I think definitely keep working on I would say the beat was probably the best part, so definitely work on getting a better place to record, working on your lyric writing, working on your delivery, better recording setup for sure. Yeah, I would like to hear what you're able to make when you've like polished your stuff a little bit more. But if you want more detailed thoughts, like I said, the VOD is up. I'm gonna go ahead and start this. The Young Light featuring Red Rob official. There was another Lucifer song that I listened to on stream. It was I was helping somebody out, like it was not released, and I was helping them out with the production side stuff, you know, helping them out with their vocal tuning and stuff like that. That was really interesting. But anyway, I wonder if this song is gonna be similar. Maybe I'll save the Ricola for later and not talk with a mouthful. But yeah, let's go ahead and listen to Other Side, Young Light, Red Rob. Oh, hey, it's that sample.
We got 52.
Wait, no, I don't recognize the sample. I recognize the beat because I was thinking about using it. I decided not to, but
I just let it go. It seems the path that I chose led you right back home. Fallen angel in the flesh, I got demons in my breath. Catch them playing with you, baby. I might fuck you, raise the dead. Static in my ears, trying to tell me otherwise.
something about that rap section is not hitting my ears quite right. Like, it feels like it should have just been sung.
So call on me.
Like, the delivery was the same as the singing, but it wasn't hitting the notes.
Need no sacrifice to let you in. I lost it all, now I'm broken. And my other side did not notice that you are just like me. And I could give you everything without a sacrifice. And I'ma make sure that you're happy in the afterlife. 'Cause if you wanted, baby, you could grab the sky.
I like the harmonies. Something's like the vocals are a little thin though. Ooh, I like that delivery though.
For a bag up, interfaction to the fraction. Light work, no reaction. Wear blood like it's fashion. Put it in the caption. Bagging his bitch, he ain't gonna talk when I'm cracking his lip. And he ain't finna walk when he's smacked with his stick. I got what he want, he lacking his shit. I'm gonna turn that boy to ashes, he a talker. Fill him up with fear, cause I'm a monster. Make that boy my son, I'm not the father. I done took your home, made a partner.
Yeah, the vocals need to fit with the beat a little bit more.
I lost it all, now I'm broken.
I think that's why the hook is not quite hitting for me either. But like what the vocals are good. Like, this is pretty well performed, pretty well sung. There's some parts that could maybe use like some more precise like manual tuning, maybe some just like more projection in the delivery to really sell the power, but mainly it's all really solid, and it's just kind of being held back by that mix. I wanted to wait until after the song to address your chat messages. Yeah, send some songs. I don't mind whatever language they're in, cause I do critique lyrics, but I mainly am gonna be critiquing people's like mixing and stuff, and vocal delivery and stuff like that. Yeah, no, that was definitely solid. Young Light is very talented. And I think he's got a pretty good voice for this like melodic metalcore kind of thing. Just it needs some I think the vocals could all maybe stand to be like more compressed, and then they could be worked into the beat a little bit better. Like the beat could all come up, and then there could just be dynamic EQing to make the vocals fit into it rather than them kind of sitting on top. And then like the vocal EQ, like I think some of it was kind of thin. It was lacking that like fundamental that you need for that power, but also maybe it could just do with some extra layers, like some low, like an octave down stuff. Yeah, that's my critique. But overall, solid. I like that beat a lot. All right, so this one is Nobara Kugisaki rap Try Me. R Zeta featuring Evoker. Evoker sent this in, but I have also reacted to R Zeta before. I definitely like a lot of Zeta's work. I think I've noticed there are a couple like mixing things that he does that I'm not a super big fan of, but like overall, he's got you know, he is an engineer himself, so he's got his own style, and I do like some of the stuff that he has done. And Evoker, super talented vocalist. I feel like he's gonna go far in nerdcore. I feel like he's next up. So let's see what they do together.
I clutch the metal in my hand, got him scared I might press. Hammer smacking on the piss and breathing death down your neck. Try me, 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 try me. Niggas wanna step, I might cut them down at the seams. Break them down, these arms when they're bound, got me playing for keys. If you ain't about what you preach, then best stay up out of these streets. Up and over, spinning blocks like 360 degrees. Spinning the metal, I'm balling, they dancing. They got questions, I got answers. If I have craft for the do damage, I can call you, now they wailing. I have many demons, I still coming from my neck, yeah. Still up on my hip, I'm finna take it to my deathbed. Put your squad in notice and then watch it fade away.
I really like this flow.
This is my clip, let's go MIA. Some say they tryna run my pockets, but they fake. Told them come on, run my fate. I clutch the metal in my hand, got him scared I might press. Hammer smacking on the piss and breathing death down your neck. Try me, try me, try me, try me, try me, try me, try me. So many demons in my head, and yeah, I bet they wanna whine. Brody, if you let me, you take a gun and I'm alive. You don't know what it's like to see so many people die. Am I fine? I'm alright, under pressure where I shine. Listen, I promise to never just go. When I get it spinning and letting it go, vanilla, you'll cover it still. How when I quit it like count me a mill. That's right, hear my name, and you beat that sign. One more try, and you beat that fire. One more try to repeat that night. So try me, bro, yeah. Some metal in my hands, like don't think you understand. I clutch the metal in my hand, got 'em scared I might press. Hammer smacking on the piss and breathing death down your neck. I clutch the metal in my hand, got 'em scared I might press. Hammer smacking on the piss and breathing death down your neck. I clutch the metal in my hand, got 'em scared I might press. Hammer smacking on the piss and breathing death down your neck. Try me, try me, try me, try me, try me, try me, try me.
Yeah, they both went crazy on the flow. and everybody had like a lot of layers and lush harmonies and stuff. That's my favorite style of hip hop, is just going super crazy with the melodic auto-tuned flows, and like having a really like what am I trying to say? Like a really deep, melodic, melancholy type beat. I don't know how to describe it, but just something that it evokes emotion, but it still has that attitude of aggressive hip hop. It hits all the right parts of my brain. I think maybe like vocals slightly overpowering the beat, maybe, but overall I don't have too many problems with that mix. Like, you know, everybody was very clear, and like it was, yeah, I think it was just like the kicks needed to be hitting a little bit more, but still, that was fucking sick. I'm gonna give that a like. Hell yeah. All right. I'm gonna take one quick second before this and check on Twitter. See. All right, I got a couple things. Kuro talking about making some chaotic shit for me to react to. Fucking do it. Like, make a song that's just like I would never expect it, you know? And then send it in and just don't, like, hey, look, this is a totally normal song for you to react to. I think that would be funny. All right, we got a couple new ones to add to the list. I think I will prioritize the ones that are sent in by, you know, the people making them. So, I'll react to Moto Berserk last. So, first things first. Austin Simon, Sung Jin Woo rap, Level Up. I said it before. Love Austin Simon. I think one of the best rappers in nerdcore. Like, he's always got crazy flows, and he has like the bars underneath that to back it up. Which you know, a lot of people rap fast and don't have the substance, or when they do have the substance, it's a little like corny. I don't know, but Austin Simon, I have enjoyed everything I've heard from him. There have been some silly moments, but we love a little silly moment from time to time. So yeah, let's check out Level Up. I like this beat.
Yeah. Step in the scene and they get down. Flow so cold, got 'em sick now. I was E-Rank, but I'm him now. Big rounds, go and get it down and sit down. Come through drippy, I let it go. Got mad loot, bitch, I'm a pro. See y'all hate you, mad I glow. Talking all that shit, but we know. Brand new shit you can rock to. See you hating, but I'm out here thankful that I'm not you. Juice in the sauce too. Movement will shock you. So many holes in them will be looking like croc shoes. Was E-Rank was a castaway. I leveled up on the masses a massive way. The cash I make expanded. I had to say no tingin, but I did it in a flashy way. Yo, what this man demand, that this man down. This man's in the command, I'm the man.
Gotta subtract points. He pronounced it Tenjin instead of Tengen. Boo. But crazy rhyme schemes.
Now, I got so many stands in the stand with this man demand that I make expanded. I had to say no tension, but I did it in a flashy way. Yo, with this man demand that it's man down. This man's in the command, I'm the man now. I got so many stands and I stand proud. Understand, stand down, boy, stand out. I know what you're thinking, I feel like I'm on you. You see the drip and the fit and the cum. But step up the dungeon, you mad cause I'm awesome. You're as useful as a G in lasagna. Now we leaking out, piecing them up with the piece and I'm piecing out. See, I'm the type of motherfucker that you need around. I'm the one that's been moving the needle now. When I got sauce, so I'm beaming up. I've been solo with the level, no one's keeping up. Shorty see the inventory on clean as fuck. Like a penny landing on heads that we linking up. Step in the scene and they
Fuck! That's such a good bar. Penny landing on heads, we linking up. I hate this dude. What? He's so much better at rapping than I feel like I could ever be, but he makes me want to be that good. Ah.
get down. Flow so cold, got him sick now. I was E-rank, but I'm him now. Big rounds, gon' get it bound and sit down. Come through drippy, I let it go. Got mad loot, bitch, I'm a pro. See y'all hate you, mad I glow. Talking all that shit, but we know.
I also really like how big this hook sounds.
To be great when I'm making these bangers, we taking the title I claim to be faithfully. I level up now, I'm pacing me, breaking these barrier down till I'm made a king. All in accord of my vision, I'm more than just gifted, I sort of been different. For sure got the drip, she adore what I'm giving. No oxymoron, I can score what you're missing. Pardon me, you were mistaken for getting started. Martian, cause I'm out of this world and going the farthest. Every time I step in the booth, I'm committing arson. To everything I'm serving is saucy, no wall of garden. My shooter do on my range and James Harden. So please get this fan when I'm spitting sick, I spark shit. Do that to a dealer like my first name's Carson. Sniper with it, even with a dagger, I'm a marksman. Step in the scene and they get down. Flow so cold, got them sick now. I was E-rank, but I'm him now. Big rounds, gon' get it bound and sit down. Come through drippy, I let it go. Got mad loot, bitch, I'm a pro. See y'all hate you, mad I glow. Talking all that shit, but we know.
Yeah, that was really good. That was fire. I think the vocals could maybe stand to be okay, like during the hook part that isn't the really wide part, I think the vocals could use some stereo layers to also make it a little bit wider. Maybe the vocals overall could be like a little bit more compressed to like sort of bring them up, because there were some parts where it was like getting a little buried by the beat. There was some like maybe the beat needs more like EQing to make room for the vocals, but all that said, you know, like minor polish things aside, this is fire. Like it's you know, you can be like really talented at rapping and still make a bad song. Like you can have a song that's got crazy bars, but like the beat is whack. There's no like, it doesn't have to have a hook, but there has to be something to pull you in. It has to be a song. But this is a song, because that, like, second half of the hook is gonna be stuck in my head. And also it has crazy bars. That's really fire. Fuck you, Austin. All right. I feel like I'm going through these pretty fast. I think I've gotten better at, you know, giving my thoughts about stuff, you know, in a timely manner. Because I went back and I watched some of my old streams and I was like, I don't know. Like, you could, I don't know, you could improve this part, you know. I really didn't have the right vocabulary, the right energy, but now I'm going through this so much faster. So I'm gonna need to see if. Ooh. Ooh. What the hell? Why are you playing? Twitter is bugging out. Anyway, I was gonna say, I'm hoping more people send shit, cause if I'm going through this at this rate, I'm not gonna have anything to do for the rest of the stream. But at the same time, if I don't have anything to do for the rest of the stream, that is an excuse for me to just play Tekken for an hour. So maybe it ain't so bad. But first things first. Stardust, Heavenly Delusion song, 757 Shy x Lunaris. So Shy, talked about before, love their stuff. Lunaris, that name is familiar. Maybe I've reacted to them before. Maybe I like see them on Twitter. But I don't know what they sound like. I'm about to find out, I guess. Now, I don't really know.
As of late, I've been in danger. No, we ain't been talking, but oh baby, I don't hate you. Afgelopen nacht, ik ben je naam even vergeten. Go hier locked in en die body kan nooit breken.
What language is that? I know that Shy is. Actually, fuck, I don't know where Shy is from. But that sounds, Northern European. I don't know what language that is though.
Gotta fight all day, all night. I gotta come back here alive and just.
But I fuck with people singing and rapping in, other languages and their stuff, especially switching.
Yeah, I'm starstruck, and my heart stuck. Every time I see you, I got so damn high on stardust. This is love, this is not lust. You can say that this a blessing, but little baby, I'm so fucked up. The temperature of my heart is getting dangerous. With all this romantic shit that wasn't made for us. Yeah, I heard you the queen of simply breaking trust. We went to hating each other from all them hating us.
We went from hating each other to all them hating us. It's like, baby, you took all my life. I know you pricey, but baby, I'm stuck. I keep on thinking about you and our lives. I can't think, baby, ik zie echt niks. I hate my life extinct. My life flash by, I blink. All that shit that you done to me. It's like, baby, my eyes, they don't see. I just want you, you're the missing piece. How could I get thrown on you to see?
I'm starstruck, and my heart stuck. Every time I see you, I got so damn high on stardust. This is love, this is not lust. You can say that it's a blessing, but little baby, I'm so fucked up. The temperature of my heart is getting dangerous.
I liked the sound of Lunaris's vocals on that. I kind of got lost in the vibe there for a second. I forgot to react. No, but I liked his sound. I think it's a little bit harsher than Shy's vocals, and maybe something could have been done to sort of make it gel a little bit better. But like, it was a cool verse. Really, like, yeah, this song is really vibey. It's just like, you know, kind of stripped down, you know, kind of indie rock-ish beat, and then just, I love when Shy does like the lower harmony thing. That was really cool. I fuck with that. So Shy does this thing where like he's kind of in this pocket where it's like, you know, kind of off the beat, kind of sort of like lurching behind the beat, and I think in this case it worked really well. Like in this case, it really enhanced the rhythm of the song. That was pretty cool. I don't know what else to say. I fuck with it. And I guess now I gotta listen to some more Lunaris stuff, because that was pretty good. Yeah, alright. So next, we got Cult of the Lamb rap, Bow to Me, Tozaku X Chakotay. Never heard of Chakotay. Let's see what they're about. Oh, it's Prod Chakotay, so the beat is by them.
Death is only permanent if you believe in the cycle you've been taught and never look underneath. I got friends from different places and they're dying of me. All to you for you're my family, so hang on to your seat. We'll lock up sinners in prison so we can love while we mock. But forgiveness ain't given unless it is gifted by God. I've given God a new title, rejection leads to a box. So sit down and pray, you never asked what you thought.
I like the rhythm of that. I like the, you know, the sort of off-kilter vibe, but I think the sort of half-sung and like, you know, the half-sung vocals mixed with the like lilting, not really rapped vocals, it's just creating this like, it doesn't sound right. It's just dissonant. I don't know. I can't fully get behind just the sound of that verse.
Bow to me, bow to me, bow to me, bow. I'm leading sheep to the water to drown. Method the madness of murdering masses, and I'll take the planet, don't give a shit how. Bow to me, bow to me, bow to me, bow. I'm leading sheep to the water to drown. Method the madness of murdering masses, and I'll take the planet, don't give a shit how.
The delivery was great on that hook. It just the mixing wasn't quite right for it to work with the beat. Definitely felt like it was drowning the beat out a little bit and wasn't room made for it. If you're working directly with a producer, always get the stems from the producer so you can mix, like, because that sounded like it was mixed on top of just an MP3 of the beat. Always get the stems so you can have the alright, the green screen's moving. Anyway, yeah, always get the stems so you can separate out like the melodic parts, the melodies and chords and stuff, so that way you can mix that with the vocal. That's going to be the main thing that's clashing with the vocal, and then keep the drums separate so that you can really pump those. You kind of want the drums to overpower the vocals a little bit, but only momentarily. Like, not the whole time, obviously, but you want them to punch through and really have some impact. And the problem is, this felt like it was both overpowering the chords and melodies and, like, stopping the drums from hitting.
They say hell is empty, but it's filled with every sin that overfilled a couple mortals, and they're drinking from it still. They dance around petty fires, let lust disguise within. The chance of getting higher, more likely I forgive. I don't.
Yeah, the singing is just not there yet. Tozaku, definitely work on your pitch mainly, but it also kind of feels like you're not fully committing to singing, which, so practice projection, practice singing with your whole chest. For this, I get that you were going for a more whispered delivery, a more low-key delivery, but you will get better at singing unprojected when you can sing with projection, because that's going to train like those muscles in your vocal cords. Like, it's going to train your ability to control your pitch. And then once you've gotten good at that while projecting, you can then more easily learn how it feels to use those muscles without as much projection. Also, in the meantime, invest in Melodyne. Like, you know, for something like this, you've got the delivery that you want, right? You've kind of whispered. Then just go into Melodyne and get it to the pitches you want that way. And while doing that, also practice your singing so that eventually you won't need that Melodyne. But in the meantime, I think you definitely need it.
Forgive, never forget, as you have with what I've taught you. I brought you up from nothing, now I see that was the wrong move. It wasn't carpal tunnel, nor did I forget some parts. I knew you were trouble, you were broken from the start.
I don't get the
bow to me, bow to me, bow.
carpal
Leading
tunnel
sheep
thing.
to the water to drown. Method the man, it's a murdering masses, and I'll take the planet, don't give a shit how. Bow to me, bow to me, bow to me, bow. I'm leading sheep to the water to drown. Method the man, it's a murdering masses, and I'll take the planet, don't give a
This
shit.
also feels like it's missing a lot of high end.
Bow, bow to me, bow, bow, bow.
And space. It needs reverb and delay.
Bow, bow to me, bow.
It needs to feel big, but instead it just feels very small. It feels very crunched up by like the distortion that was on it and the lack of high end in the EQ. Yeah, definitely I guess since I suggested just melodyning the vocals, pretty much all that is it's just missing mixing. Like, it just needs some EQ, delay and reverb, maybe some stereoizing on the hook, and melodyning for those like half-sung parts. And then I think that would sound pretty good. I did like that beat. I think Chakotay did a good job. And like Tozaku is like a good writer from what I've heard. And you know, I was kind of like not 100% listening to the lyrics on that because like I was mainly picking out stuff with the mixing. But it seems like if you took that song, same flow, same lyrics, and similar delivery, but just like committing to the singing or committing to rapping it, and if committing to singing, then melodyning it. I think if you did that, good song, really solid. But as of now, needs work. Okay. Demon Lords featuring Next Level, Stony Boy, Prod MTC Beats. So, Next Level, I think I'm familiar with that name. Or have I heard that name? Well, anyway, maybe it'll come to me. I don't think I am familiar with Stony Boy. This might be my first reaction. Let's see how everybody does. Who did this video? Rishi. I knew it.
Demon Lord in the flesh, better show some respect before I go step your neck for the blatant disrespect. Been on my grind for some time, I'm gonna show a whole new me. Carving up my own path, just you haters wait and see. Leveling up, finding my sound, come too far, ain't giving up now. Rise to the top, ain't falling down. Aim for the top, I aim to be crowned. Cross to the storm, right out the gate. Ice turning red, bitch better pray. Look at your odds, ain't looking great. Match with the fam, still feeling the great.
They see me as a monster, but I'm so much more. Make a mess out of your posse and he's demon lord. I'm a god to my people and a devil to my enemies. I'm basically unkillable, you'll never see the enemy.
Put myself on the map in a whole faction. Now the weaklings mad if they're in action. I don't do this for fame, I just have passion. Tactics and help with the world asking. Soul of a man, heart of a dragon. With the body of a monster, they all basking. Chimera of this world, how am I lasting? Enemies on the need, man, start fasting. Whenever I move, no, it's not for myself, it'll matter what armor you employ. Cause when shit
So okay, it sounds like there's 3 people on here. Is the hook?
So much more, make a mess out of your posse and you
Is this next level and then
this world, how am I
also the verses next level, or is
Haters, wait and see.
this Stony Boy
Come too far.
but I'm so much
and this
more.
also Stony Boy? Yeah, because it sounds like like the hook has to be one of the 2, but it sounds like it was recorded on a different mic from the verses. It's not a good mic. Like,
Make a mess out of your posse and you steaming, Lord.
it sounds very boxy, very resonant-y. I'm gonna assume that that's Stony Boy. Ooh, come on.
Yes, you haters, wait and see. Leveling up, finding myself. Come too far.
I guess it sounds like it potentially could be the same person, like, and the same mic. Because this also
Giving up now. Rise to the top, ain't falling down.
sounds like it's a little resonant-y, but it doesn't. The resonance isn't as noticeable because the delivery is bad. I just being honest, that's not a good rap delivery. I think like people are able to go really high and still sound good, and I think it's a matter of projection. Like it's if you're gonna go high, you have to kind of shout it, and I get that that's like you can't always shout. Maybe you don't have the space to record. So what I would suggest if you can't do that is go lower. Rap like in your chest voice. You don't have to project as much, although learn how to project. Like really get the air out. But even if you kind of just like speak, even if you're just low in your voice and you're just speaking, that's going to sound way more confident. And you're going to find that you're going to have worse breath control when you're doing that. Like when you're up high, you can do a lot of stuff and you don't really have to breathe as much because you're not using as much air with each syllable, and you can basically go really long on one breath. Whereas when you're low in your voice, you're pushing out a lot more air with each syllable. But that's okay. Just punch in. Literally, I have worked with musicians, cough, cough, asterisk, who say, no, I can't do punch-ins because if I can't punch in, if I punch in, then it becomes unperformable live. Well, first of all, just make a performance track if you're going to perform it live. But second of all, everybody punches in. You're literally hampering your sound. You're literally making yourself sound worse for a bit of like, maybe it's not, you're not worried about whether or not you can perform it, but you're worried about whether or not you sort of like, you want to prove that you can really rap this verse that you've written. But I guarantee you, everybody, even the people who can rap the stuff they write, are still punching in because they want to give it more power. The end result, like the song that you listen to, is the important thing. You really want to make sure that that sounds good regardless of the steps you have to take to get there. That's why people use auto-tune and stuff like that. So record this like an octave down and punch in every bar to really get that force, that projection, that confidence. Because right now this sounds unconfident. It sounds very nasally. Zeet said, it sounds like the vocals are a little loud compared to the beat. I think the level is all right, but I think it definitely could use some, maybe like, it needs something to give it more power, and I think that, the delivery will help, but maybe some saturation on the vocals, maybe like lowering the reverb slightly to make it feel a little bit less wispy. Maybe layers. Add some like you've got like the pitched layers, but maybe also just layer it with another vocal that is, again, lower, and keep it, you know, to give it more fundamental, give it more of that, like, low mid part of your vocal that is where the power, where the core is.
Monster, but I'm so much more. Make a mess out of your posse and he's demon lord. I'm a god to my people.
And as for the hook, yeah, it sounds like it's recorded in like a bare closet or something. Like there's a lot of like space, like how do I describe it? It sounds like you recorded it in a box. It sounds like you're getting reflections off of bare walls, and that makes it sound boxy. It makes it sound resonant. It makes it sound not good. I record in a better space with a better mic if you can, and a better space is going to look like, well, the alternative to a bare closet is a closet with a bunch of like clothes and stuff in it. You want fabrics and objects and stuff and a lack of parallel walls to basically absorb those reflections. That will help the recording.
And the devil to my enemies. I'm basically unkillable. You'll never see the enemy. Put myself on the map.
The delivery of that was totally fine. Yeah, it's really just the recording, and again, like, mix it so that it has some fundamental in there.
Faction. Now the weaklings mad if they're in action. I don't do this for fame, I just have passion. Tactics.
This sounds a lot better. Good delivery.
Dragon with the body of a monster, they all basking.
Has a little bit of that fundamental in the...
Whenever I move, no, it's not for myself. It don't matter what armor you employ. Cause when shit getting rough, I deliver. So play me, you'll disappoint all like the Cowboys. Only since they got gluttony, so don't run up on me. Might take your pay as a snack. We'll become one flesh with no ring. Have the angels all
there's some like stumbling.
So pray your whole weight will get crushed, dude. I got fear in my soul, but not from you. If you knew all the shit that I've been through, you think God I ain't go the path you choose. Can go hard like me, need a blue chew. Can find stars like me, you need blues clues. Cause with bars like me, what can you do? Bow down to the storm doesn't sweep you, cause you know
They
they
see me as a monster, but I'm so much more. Make a mess out of your posse and he's demon lord. I'm a god to my people and a devil to my enemies. I'm basically unkillable. You'll never see the end of me.
Dreaming big, shoot for the stars, blast my way up, higher than Mars. Get in my way, rip you apart. Got a bite, worse than my bark. Red-eyed demon lurking about, talking shit past on your mouth. Get in my way, chopping you down. Who can stop me? Get in my crown. Step on the scene and tearing it up. A word to the paw, sussing it up. Shout to West, hooking me up. Shout out Tommy, cooking it up. Shout out my day with a fam. All the artists that gave me a chance to prove I was worth giving it down. Spread some love, flip up my jams. I'm gonna make it reap what it's sow. I'm gonna make it watch my growth. Lethal when I get in my zone. Demon Lord, clipping my throne. Bitch, what down me? Go right ahead. Still gonna be just not bread. Don't wanna cross me, best you can get. Testing my patience off with your head. Off with your head. Off with your head.
Yeah, I still don't like that delivery, but I do think it sounds a little better when you get into the, like, the screamy, like, you know, like, adding a little bit of grit to your voice. Yeah, I can't say that was good, but really work on fleshing out your delivery. That's the big thing. And then, you know, I think like the fundamentals were fine. You know, just work on that, and then you will be closer to the rapper that you can be. All right. So, Spooky. Spooky, I've talked about before. I reacted to his song with Freest. Welcome to Slorzan, I think it was called. Really interesting concept for a song. You know, needed some polish in some specific places, but like really just the creativity behind it. That's what Spooky excels at. So I'm excited to see what this is. This is an Adlet Mayer song. I don't know what that is.
To label me arrogant wouldn't make sense.
shock when you land on your head. Oh, I changed with the tides had to sink so I could swim. Find the light to ignite my drive. Now the rest just seems so dim. I count the tricks I've up my sleeve. When I roll them up, you'll see. I don't need a vintage world of use. I'm the fiend. There's one constant in life. All things fall apart.
All right, so this is a little. I think the issue with this is the parts. Well, okay, so there's a couple issues with, like, you know, the beat feels a little cheap. I think, like, some different samples could be used for the drums, and, like, it could be sort of mixed to gel a little bit together, a little bit better together. But the main thing I think that's holding it back is the parts feel a little disjointed from each other. Like, the intro had this one chord progression, and then the verse had a different chord progression, and then the chorus has a whole different progression, and it feels like you need to more like pick a core and build around it. Like, just like, okay. Yeah, you have this loop here, and it's really nice. I like the way that this sounds. It has a nice melancholy vibe.
I don't wanna fall again. I clung to things I felt were right, but I lost sight of what was right a while ago. To label me arrogant would
So it sounds like there's another chord progression here,
I felt were right, but I lost.
but it's like it still feels like it kind of fits with the chords before.
Right a while ago. To label me arrogant wouldn't make sense.
Then you have this whole other melody and progression.
Names on my confidence. Find for yourself the truth in words I said.
And it's a totally different vibe. It suddenly is no longer this melancholy, like, sort of indie slow jam. Now it sounds like an Eminem type beat. Like,
Drop some shock when you land on your head. Oh, I changed with the tides had to sink so I could swim. Find the light to ignite my drive. Now the rest just seems so dim. I count the tricks I've up my sleeve when I roll.
yeah, and then this is a whole other thing. There's been like 4 chord progressions, and it's not even a minute. Pick a loop, build around that. Having a different chord progression for, like, a verse and maybe, like, a bridge, great. But, like, pare it down. Like, have a main loop that you, like, for, like, the intro and the chorus, maybe. And then a loop for the verse. And again, maybe something for a bridge, and just stick to those, and it'll feel like a real song rather than a bunch of disjointed ideas. Welcome, Absolute Zero. We have been invaded. I'm talking about music theory, because I'm pretty sure this is self-produced by Spooky. I know that he tends to do that. Well, I don't see a different producer credited, so judging by that and the fact that I know that Spooky produces his own stuff sometimes, I'm going to guess this is produced by Spooky. Yeah, music theory is subjective, right? Like, you don't have to only have 2 chord progressions in a whole song, right? Like, I mean, tell that to a jazz musician and they'll shoot you on the spot. But, like, I can tell the vibe you're going for is a lot poppier. It's a lot more like just kind of like indie rock type thing. Yeah, I know. I won't talk about this for too much longer. But I can tell that what you're going for is something that is a little bit more poppy, a little bit more like poppy, not in the sense that it's pop music, but poppy in the sense that it is you know, kind of digestible, like modern music, right? And to that end, I really think instead of composing your songs basically going part by part and each time you start a new part, just pick one loop. Honestly, pick one loop, loop that for a whole thing, and write the song that way. Because I get maybe you want to make the verses and different parts feel different. Try to do that with the songwriting, with your voice, with the lyrics, with the, like, energy. Like, you can have the same loop, but have it increased or decreased in energy, you know? If you can do that, then I would say maybe you can experiment with, like, different parts that are a little bit different. Well, okay, I wouldn't say, like, you know, abandon the use of different chord progressions, because as someone who does build around loops, I know that it is difficult to learn that skill later on. So, like, keep experimenting with it, but, like, when it comes to a song, pare down the ideas, you know? And then, you know, I have the usual kind of gripes around mixing. I think, once again, the delivery, I think you could project a little bit more. The lack of... I think it works kind of for this more melancholy part, like, you know, like a very kind of whispered, low-energy delivery kind of works. But learn how to project. Like, gain that skill so that you can use the low energy when it's necessary, but like for this part, it seems like you need that projection in there. I also think one like stylistic gripe, I don't know if this is something that you would want to not do in the future, because it seems like it's kind of part of your style, but I think it's something you might want to think about. I feel like you kind of Mickey Mouse your vocal melodies. It feels like you write a melody in the beat and then you sing that melody with your voice at the same time. I find that kind of corny.
I see you looking for ways just to blame your way out. Well, I took that light, shed it on shadows of doubt, but now
I like, you have like a flute playing do 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 do, and then you're singing that melody. I think that can feel very just like childish. It feels very like, you know, you're not working with the beat, you're just copying the beat. You should definitely try singing like something that, rather than matching the beat 100%, is like harmonizing with the beat, something that's more like filling in the spaces of the beat, maybe, you know?
I'm the one who shady, oh well, take the fall so you save yourself. Strong together, stronger alone, harsh and weathered more, so I fall, turn a throne, looked a minute, self, I never once fought for revenge, lest I see the bloodshed never ends, lost it all once, not again.
Yeah, and the samples for the drums, definitely. For something that's in this style, it sounds like you want like acoustic drums, like you want a drum kit. Invest in Kontakt. It's $10 a month. You get way more than just a drum kit. You get like you know, the contact guitars and bass and like fiddle and banjo and shit like that. And also you get Guitar Rig if you ever want to play your own guitars. Invest in that and get more like naturalistic sounding instrumentation in your own beats. Yeah, a lot of issues with that for sure. But you can clearly compose like a good chord progression, and you can clearly come up with catchy melodies and stuff and sing those melodies. You have the pieces to make like a really great like kind of rock song, but you're not putting them together in the right way. So yeah. Take my advice. Keep working on your songwriting. Okay. Elemental. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. I really like their name. And that's why I'm excited about this. I have no other knowledge about Elemental, but I saw that they like posted something. And so this is a first time submission. I'm excited to give my thoughts on this. Ejire, Ejire. I don't know how you pronounce the feature name, but it's got a feature, and that name sounds slightly familiar, maybe. Yeah, let's talk about Elemental. I think if it's pronounced Elemental, you should put a dash, LM dash ental, because otherwise it's sort of like Elemental. This is an interesting beat.
Rose.
Speak up. I can't hear you. I think, you know, like, the delivery is actually pretty good. It's just very quiet. Like, compress your shit, please.
Ain't got time for go to leaving dead on arrival. My whole rock is spinning, leave the block like the Nile. 2 minutes and I'll leave you in a bloody pile. Whoa. Calm down, you really in a rival. Talking all let's not go get you cut off on some lava. It's a cleaver when I go and I feel like Cougar on revival. Step into my kitchen and I'll cook you with a smile. Whoa.
Bet you won't talk about it. Too many men done came at me but never walked about it. We talking history, your history, don't know about it. Don't need to know because your history. Let's talk about what
that was cool.
You know, man. Talk about what you a Gojo stand. Talk about what your life is in my hands. Talk about what you don't need no man. Talk about
the tag is even there in the hook. Good, because now I know who to look up for beats like this, because this is sick. Yeah, I think, you know, like, the leveling is fucked, but, like, it sounds like a pretty well-recorded, you know, vocal, and, like I said, I think the delivery is pretty good. And the flow, the melody is catchy. I think the lyrics maybe there's some bars that I'm missing, but it feels like the lyrics are first drafty. I need a stream button to like to push every time I say that. You know, I need like a counter for every time I say that, because it's a very common critique I give. But yeah, the lyrics kind of feel like there's nothing wrong with not having wordplay. Like, if you're going for more of, like, a pop song, kind of more of a, like, you know, you're not going for, like, a hip-hop style, then you don't have to have fucking, like, one-liners and shit. But that sounds like you are going for a hip-hop style, and so it's missing punchlines. It's missing, like, things that are... that have like a setup and then a punchline. Instead, it's just a bunch of lines that rhyme that are like vaguely Sukuna themed, and they have like references to the anime, but it's like you're not bringing up those references for any wordplay or any like, you know, any real purpose other than just say like, hey, this is a Sukuna song, you know? Yeah, vocals are getting totally buried by the beat. I do fuck with the, like, animated yourself as Sukuna. That's cool. Who did this? I do, but the hook itself just, you better run. I'm Sukuna. That's a little corny to me. I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's definitely songs where people have just gone like, bitch Goku or whatever, but like, I don't know. The aura isn't here. Maybe it's partly the delivery. Like, maybe you gotta deliver it like you believe you're Sukuna. I'm Sukuna, you know, like, I don't know. Fucking just I don't believe you, bro.
It's a cleaver, it's a chop in the kitchen with the pot. Forgot open and gets hot. Bet you looking for the mop. Bet you wiping for the blood. Bet you wishing I could pop. Bet you wishing I could drop. But your wishes ain't meaning nothing if you got no power in the plot. Listen, you better kiss the ground when I pull up. Level the field, I feel like a hoodlum. I'm unimpressed with what I've been seeing with all of my being. They can't put their foot up. Trying to tell me that I ain't him. I really hope you're taking your vitamins. I could really open skulls on just a whim. I've been the monster, my chopper be the grim. All this yapping about who is the best. I'm just saying I ain't newly a threat. She really thought she was fooling the best, but she couldn't see she a groupie instead. Around me, I've been keeping it cool like strongest around slashing up to your dude like feel like I'm Toji, I'm keeping 2 tools like room with the ruler, nobody in school like know where I've been if you're looking at me, you just gave me a reason. I'm cleaving, I season the season. The reason my demons get scared for their being is bringing the brim of existence to being. I say it's a jungle, they say it's a prison. I'm wiping the slate clean, sleeping on straight lean, Air Force, A-beam. You thought you tough because you heard some takes. See?
That's a really good flow. That was really solid. Good delivery. Either needs better recording or better mixing, but one of the two. It sounds a little, you know, cheap, but like flow delivery was all there, and there like I liked the Uraume bar. There wasn't too much in the way of like crazy bars. There was like My Chopper the Grim, which I think is like a Ruby reference, which is like just like, you know, I'm a monster, my chopper the grim. You could have like inserted any monster into there. It's not that great of a bar. I think a bar is great when it's like you have a piece of wordplay that can only work with like the specific reference you're making, you know? Like, it's one to say like, bitch, I'm cold like Uraume, but you know, there's a million things that you could say are cold, but it would be more clever to be like, I don't know. He got a red spot on his head. I'm too cold like Uraume. that, hold on, I might actually have to write that one down. That was kind of fire. But, you know, like, that only works with Uraume, like, because what other anime character both has ice powers and a red spot on their head, you know? Like, maybe there's one other character that I don't know about, but, like, you know, that's specific. That's, like, that's how you... That's engaging with the material. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need no man. Talk about what you a Gojo stand. Talk about what your life is in my hands.
Thank you, Black Rose. Yeah, the mixing needs room for the vocals. I like the background vocals, but yeah, I don't really fuck with the hook. I think that's all I need to hear. Overall thoughts. Mixing, just like get your levels, you know, make sure there's room in the beat for the vocals. That honestly, yeah, that's kind of it. Because it sounded well recorded again. Like I said, Edgeray, I don't know how you pronounce that. It sounded like maybe they could have like recorded in a slightly better space or with a slightly better mic, but like overall, not that bad. Writing wise, Edgeray had like really solid flows. I think Elemental had a good flow and melody in the verse. Just needs like, you know, just needs the mixing. Writing wise, I think needs some wordplay. So, you know. Overall, it's got some good parts in it. I could see this becoming something good. All right, I am feeling the energy waning, so before I move on to the last three things, oh, and let me check Twitter to see if there's more than just the last three things. Well, okay, a while back, I got a comment from Shadow, if I should react to, their first Nerdcore song. I mean, so that's different from the GOAT song. Feel free to send it in. It might be a quick reaction, because when I was listening to the first one, you know, I basically said, I feel like this isn't quite ready for thoughts on it yet. It requires more time in the oven. But I could take a listen if you're still here in the chat, if you want to send that in. But if you decide not to send it in, then these are going to be the last three things I react to. But first, energy. So this one's a rap battle. So this is Leo Barkey, Lil Penguin Lost versus Whitney. Okay. Whitney, Pokemon character. I'm a fake Pokemon fan. I don't know what game she's from. Lil Penguin Lost. I do not know who that is. Oh, wait. Oh, it's the baby penguin from Mario 64. That's interesting. Flower obsessed leader of Goldenrod Gym. Let's see. GSC, is that gold, silver, crystal? Because Shadow just said that she's from Johto. So like a really so these are both retro video game characters. And I guess the theme is spring, so you have like a winter character battling a character who's like about flowers. I'm not totally sure I see the vision, but let's take a listen, and maybe the music makes up for the strange concept. Beat by Leaks.
Up here, it's cold. I'm all alone, but I'll never warm up to the Golden Rock Lodge. She's not hot and not cold, so you might want to rethink where your lead is, cause it gets my slope to fall flat. Where you can't make a tree get up and leaf, well, it makes you think your scaling is tall path. Slide up the camera to get a bird's view, but Easter's the only egg that you earn through with the platform and Eyebringer making turns useless. If your own fans are the type of curse you kid. True, I was lost once, but I got found. Ironic your folks rolled out, cause they're not round, not top. Cause here's Donald ain't really helping you. Mama knows that's all this felt can do.
I don't do the catching thing, but you're new in the decks for sure. Now I'll be the one flame body and cry baby fudge and jerk. Got replaced with the baby from down below. Your mom barely figured out that it wasn't you. Played so hard to get a no payout. It's like this Gen 2 really came out of Gen 2. Now let's cut to the chase. It's kinda like your dad. I was out to the races with him, but when he wins, he gets awful complacent, forgetting that his kid's in a constant state of getting dropped off at the top of his place. You wanna hit her up, I'll just stop you to base.
I can't figure out if that's like pitched up or if that's just this person's natural voice. It must be pitched up. But I don't hear that many like artifacts. The voices are both pretty good, and the delivery and flow in those voices are also pretty good. I think Lil Penguin Lost may have had some like slight flubs, some slight stumbling over some of the lyrics. Mixing wise, he's totally buried. Whitney not so much, but I think that's just because her voice is so high up. Like you can hear her over the beat because she's literally over the beat. She's like higher pitched than everything else in the beat. But the Penguin voice is lower and therefore like getting buried in more of the stuff. I do have some thoughts about this beat. It's a well-composed beat, but it's composed using some kind of cheap sounds. It's less noticeable when like everything's going on, because it sounds like there's a lot of layers, and that's kind of masking, you know, the like each layer supports each other layer, and also the vocals are kind of over it, but it still feels a little cheap, maybe. You know what this sounds like? And of course it sounds like this because this is basically an epic rap battles thing. It sounds like Thing 1 and Thing 2. Also, once again, it sounds like you didn't get the stems. You didn't contact the producer to get the stems from the beat, and therefore you have the vocals overpowering the drums. The drums, these are some pretty smacking drums. These are some like kind of dubsteppy drums. That shit needs to like really hit over the vocals. I think the voice must be pitched up because like there's some parts where it's like where she's doing some like really, how do I describe it? Like some people are able to do a really high pitched voice naturally. I mean, like fucking shout out to Chi-Chi. But even people who do that are, you can tell that it does strain a little bit, but they were doing some really high-pitched stuff and it was not sounding strained at all. So this must be pitched. Anyway, but it's pitched and it's also not mixed. Like, it needs the drums to be separated and the melodic parts to be gelled in with the vocals. But anyway.
To the left, but you can't take it back now. Walked in the wrong patch, won't win this encounter. So just return to being lost. It's not the first time your mission's forgotten.
You should sing down to the Jolly Roger, have you nugget show better flow. Cause you sound like you're riding a Dunnicle ferry clicking on its metronome. Already wasted hours of my time, girl. The other game trades or battles and shy grinds, so please get through or after the prize. Why do you think you get bulk away from my crying? Every single move in the battlefield is gambling. I think if your trap is recorded without a family. A reputation.
Yeah, he's just not able to rap every syllable. There's some stumbling. You know, like it's all just blurring together. I guess we know who won the rap battle.
Fanable, the other half is up and the captain tried to stand them. I found my buddy, you only found the letter. Abandoned the protagonist and went down. No wonder that your ace is a town when your game is a region. Now that bait's the only place you're seen in.
Really should have made the trade and tagged out. over the edge, is nobody here saving ya. They rather watch and laugh at this baby still. Penguin lost his friends and brothers, so he hands and haws and begs for Mariota. Schlep him off the mountaintop until he gets the drop and never stops. Now cut it out with the cupcake, cause the last thing you wanna do is lose your balance. Even if you made it through the wall, there's a way you play fast enough to earn badges. Flinched down from the first time, got our post and jump. This is one bridge you can never overcome. Hope it doesn't burn hearts that I've rolled you up, because you're at rock bottom like a Yoshi stomach, bitch.
I'm just trying to see if there's gonna be anything at the end. I don't think there is. It was weird that there was like that space between the outro and the actual thing. It should have just ended on the bitch. Bitch. It feels judging this like a regular song doesn't quite work. Like if you're judging this as a like internet rap battle thing, basically I need to judge it from like the theatrics of it, like how well does it like sort of portray the characters, and I mean, you can still judge it on whether it works as like a rap battle, like does everybody have like good bars, but I'm gonna be so real, I couldn't hear Lil Penguin's bars because he was kind of mumbling, he was, you know, buried in the beat, and what bars that I could hear sounded kind of basic. I think they sounded kind of basic on both ends. Like, you know, these characters don't really have a connection. I still don't see the vision. Like, so you have again like a spring character and a winter character, and they're battling. But like the winter character, I feel like I kind of tuned out as soon as I heard the first bar, which was like, "Oh, you're not hot and you're not cold," and like it was like, "Oh, that's the best you could start off with." I don't know. And then Whitney was like, "You're a lost child. Your parents don't care about you," and it's like, yeah, that's what happens in Mario 64. It sure is what the Penguin is. I don't know. It felt surface level. It felt like there wasn't as much engagement with the material, you know, like I was talking about before. But again, I also don't know jack shit about Whitney, and I don't know what there is to know about the Penguin because it's literally just a bit character from Mario 64. So, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like maybe I'm missing something. But Whitney sounded like good in the mix and had a good flow, good delivery. I guess what advice do you give to this? Because they're not going to like do the rap battle again as the same characters. I guess if you get the person who played Lil Penguin Lost on again, mix their vocals with the beat better, get them to record a lot of takes so that you have good takes without as much flubbing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. How do you critique this? Pretty good, I guess. All right. King Washi, Yuta Okotsu rap, Engaged, King Washi x Jethro. Is this another? No, this is AR edits. Okay. I thought it was another Rishi because of the way they do the like the text, but no.
If I see opposition, y'all know if I give my sword, got 'em lean like them niggas taking fentanyl. See the profit, then I got split more after my problems, gon' see how I give 'em solved. Around the hand, I'm never lacking. Engaged to smoke, I'm about the action. He leave with cut, there's a severance package. Put a hammer to the knee, I can test reaction. I'm not talking RuPaul, but the body's dragging. Can't fuck with the ops, say back in the hearse. Man, his leg kick back, he not doing the jerk. While speakers a curse, Bob Ben told you that I'm killing this work. Now shit getting worse, my bitch no bar, put the hammer to work. Now you getting nailed, no construction at work.
Demo that man, cause I'm causing a crisis. Remastered the plan, finna leave on my left as you like it and bland. Like a pattern ram, if you facing their hands, you gon' down where you stand. Energy lethal, when I rise up, the time's up for the feeble. Get aligned up, out of line with feel. Face of feet fighting foes is an equal. Y'all out of rival, I step like JC with the drip, then they following me like disciples. Give me that title, get wrong, then that wrong, then you stand like Simon, we cutting, they find us, bro, I ain't idle. Your talk is your final, finna for the five, finna leave him all scared. I should know fear, so you boss, you just chatting a lot, but I'm dropping these bars, you can't bend. Bro, I'm peerless, on the tier list.
How the 5 is gonna leave him scared? Like a 5mm gun? Because when people say, I got the 9 and it's gonna do something, they're talking about the 9mm handgun, but the 5 is gonna make him scared. What's the 5? A 5mm gun ain't doing shit. I do like this instrumental. I think okay. Let me pull this back.
If I fall after my problems, gon' see how I get them. Keep around the hand, I'm never lacking. Engaged to smoke, I'm about.
There's a little bit of flubbing in these lines.
The action, he leave with a cut, there's a severance package. Put a hammer to the knee, I can test reaction. I'm not talking RuPaul, but the body's dragging. Can't fuck with the ops, say back in the hearse, man, his leg.
There's definitely a few bars in this.
Get back, he not doing the jerk while speakers a curse. Bob Ben told you that I'm killing this work. Now shit getting worse, my bitch no bar, put the hammer to work. Now you getting nailed, no.
There's a lot of
told you that I'm killing this work.
There's a lot of typos in the AMV, but I'm not going to talk about that. If I also critiqued AMVs, well, first of all, I'm not an AMV maker, so that's like not my area, but also I would be here all day, you know, like talking about people's AMVs. There's so many things I could say about people's AMVs. But, yeah, anyway, like, I think the delivery's there, the flow is pretty much there, but there's some flubbing, and there's, like, the writing's okay. The writing is, like, average for a nerdcore rapper. That's pretty much all I can say about that. I'm assuming that this is Jethro, I guess. He's rushing his flow there. I already talked about this bar. Okay, so he kind of continued the FNAF thing, I guess, with the bear thing.
Constantly don't come to me with falsehood. Honestly, you not a lead, I'm not sure. Probably the reason this is dire. I'm harping in the kitchen and you got cooked. Cooking them up, start with a blade like I'm you the one tapping your gang out of luck. But it was up, my shorty like Rick cause she ravaging off her thinking that he tough. Hop in the truck, my brothers go moving like movers cause they got a lot in the trunk. Calling your bluff, I know the credit, bro, that's why you win picking up.
Fuck a pick up, we just knocking them down. I yes, one ball, we just come around town. LWS should not match my pounds. I'm talking about bullets will not stick around. I got volume shooters, we ain't keeping it down. This bout make them bow, I kill with this tongue, no general towel. Wash it washed up, it's still my waist, ain't talking about towels. Fuck what he told, this star film Fox, this bell gon' roll. We instantly foes, we leave with the goal, starting this game.
This sounds like a third person. Who is
this culture gon' blow, I'll walk off
this? King Washi again? Yeah, no, it's King Washi again. It's just, I don't know. It's lacking something. It's like for this flow, for this verse, I don't know. Well, for one thing, like he suddenly has a lisp that he didn't have before. I don't know.
Starting this game, this culture gon' blow. I'll walk off floors, now leaving the stove.
And it sounds like he's kind of like swallowing his words a little bit.
Don't play in the snow, don't care what you say. I know what you know. My body of veil can't see what I told it. It ain't no hope.
Wasn't really much of a hook on that. It was kind of just all verses. And if you're gonna do that, I don't know. I think think you got to step up your flow and your writing a little bit more. I would call this average, basically, and by that I mean, like, sort of compared to the whole, like, everybody who makes nerdcore music, not just, like, the people, like, who make popular nerdcore music. Because I would say that if I was comparing this to the popular stuff, this is not up to snuff. I would say that this is below average. I think the more focus could be put on the writing, the mixing, could be like super polished. Like the mixing is fine. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, it's not like up to that level of polish for like the people who are making popular stuff, but in terms of the whole thing, the whole scene, this is very average mixing, average bars, average flow, delivery, even kind of an average beat because everybody's doing drill. Yeah, I don't know. Which, for the record, that is not a bad thing at all. Like, you have where to go. Like, you see what level that you can get to. You just got to keep working on, keep, practicing your pen game, keep just like freestyling and writing bars and stuff. Like, I think you need some heavier hitting punchlines if you're gonna do just bar heavy songs, and keep working on like mixing and stuff. I mean, I guess this was mixed by you. Yeah, like this was not a bad mix, but just like keep working on things to polish it. Make sure things are like experiment with multiple levels of compression, experiment with different EQing to make your mic sound more like clear, I would say. Yeah, I don't know. Just keep going. All right. I'm going to check notifications one last time. All right. We were we were sent an Azazus song. I've reacted to Azazus before and he is like very polished, pretty much. I mean, there's a couple of things I heard that were like not super polished, but like he's got the fundamentals down. My only gripe is that I basically just like structurally haven't liked the songs that he's made. But let's listen to this and see
Miss Makima,
see what he's doing.
do you have a type liking guys?
It's a Chainsaw Man song. Also, I forgot to say, max out my Riz.
Dingy type boys.
Yeah, outside I'm flirting with the devil, inside I got a devil. Guess these demons here to stay with me. I'm with the band, but my wrist is heavy metal. For the biddies, I'm a rebel. Tell them bitches, don't you play with me. Yeah. Catching bodies, not a team. I just gotta pull a string. When I swing, put a face on my wrist. Yeah. Everybody got a dream. Out here living for the team. Before I die, I'ma max out my wrist. Leave my neck, my wrist. Heavy metal, won't need no pig. 3 chains, it's triple the glitz. If you smiling, I turn on the Swiss. Okay. We pulling the strings. Fuck you mean you don't like my dream. Look at the wrist, blood on my jeans. Blood bad when I'm on the scene. Tell me the spot of the hottie. Red hair said the name was mine. New power when I'm feeling good.
Wait, I wonder if she saw that.
No, I'm not tripping, no power. Fall for power when she showing that body. Got to why this girl so gnarly. I don't know. But outside I'm flirting with the devil. Inside I got several problems I cannot remember of. You tryna run from your sins. Ask me am I for a friend. It's not my problem, I can help them all. Yeah, outside I'm flirting with the devil. Inside I got a devil. Guess these demons here to stay with me. I'm with the band, but my wrist is heavy metal. For the biddies, I'm a rebel. Tell them bitches, don't you play with me.
It's a pretty catchy hook.
Body's not a team. I just gotta pull a
Oh, this is part of the hook. I actually didn't realize.
on my wrist. Yeah. Everybody
swing like this. They so surprised when they see my fist. They so survived, they say the shit get split.
Wait, I'ma break it down. When they set it up, if the head is up, I shred it song. When it's said and done, I pull the string, I let it run. They run their mouth, I don't use no guns. But I'm bearing arms, cause getting grizzly, I get busy, you should know that I ain't missing, cause you know that I'm dead, dog. Never get that phone call. Jackie Chan, I'm pulling these motherfucking stunts off. On the edge, I might jump off.
Wait, how you lose the dude that's dingy? Laughing at me like I'm all that friendly. Off the top, I can tell you stingy. Lost the top, now you Jane F. Kennedy. You heard the hook, so you know I ain't bending. That's the dream, it's just the beginning. From the bottom, ain't have a penny now. Outside, I'm flirting with the devil.
Okay, so I like that second verse more because the first verse felt a little like this is just like a plot summary of Chainsaw Man, you know? What I feel like I've heard a term for that. What do they call it? Like Wikipedia rap? Like it feels like
Don't move, but you better be careful. Use your head for the shit gets settled. Okay. We ain't seen need no Red Bull. Yeah, but you can't dance like me. But you can't dance like that. She pretend to be an angel. She was the devil in fact.
This is an interesting beat. I feel like it's not quite hitting the way that I want it to. Like if you're gonna do something kind of heavy like this, I feel like it needs like a chorus that has like some explosive energy. I guess that's kind of the same way that I felt about Azazel's other stuff. It's like, you know, it just doesn't have that energy. Welcome to the chat, Spooky. You'll never believe who it is. It's Wolfboy. Yeah, no, I guess that kind of boils down to the same issue I had with the first Azazel song that I reacted to. Is just it doesn't have a climax. It doesn't have a moment where the energy ramps up, you know? It's kind of the same energy the whole way through. And for the other song, that was a stylistic thing. That was like a slow jam R&B type thing. That's fine. There's a lot of people out there who are going to be like, yeah, that is exactly the mood that I want for this song. But for this song, when you're doing something kind of heavy like this, no, you need like just a wall of noise for the choruses or something like that. You need something to make the energy go up. And like I said, not a huge fan of the first verse because it felt Wikipedia-y. Second verse was cooler. The hook, again, like instrumentally, structurally lacking energy, but like the melody itself was catchy, you know? It's like it's repetitive in a good way. Yeah. I'm conflicted about this song. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into Moto Berserk, Sukuna song by Gabriza. Hold on. Google Translate. Okay. King of Curses. I'm gonna butcher this, but Rey das Maldições? I apologize. I am white and American. But let's check this shit out. We're already getting a vibe.
Gabriza no City. E o Pérez no beat. Ei, Sukuna. Buenas onde está? Mal poder. Devastado multidão. Os rappers irão morrer. Ninguém que você deu nada dos 15 a você. Vai desmantelar. Vencer o Anaquila, começo do extermínio. A escuridão.
Damn, I think this AMV spoiled me. I didn't realize, I think a character died in this AMV that I didn't realize died. I am a few chapters behind on the manga, but that's the explosive energy that I'm talking about. You know, if you're gonna do something heavy, do it heavy.
potente. Uma vez por todas, vê se aprende. Socona sempre tá 10 passos à frente. Um minuto eu tomo o controle. Não posso machucar ninguém, cê Que moleque otário, eu não sei incluindo no parque. Selo de mão, cancelo rápido, eu estante. Eu disse que mostraria algo bem interessante. Com o ponto forte, por e me comi, agora domino. Insetos se proliferam, não importa, era aniquilo. Acho maldito, tentou me atacar. Então ajoelha e comece a rezar. Humanos imundos, fáceis de enganar. Foi o primeiro a se sacrificar. Inevitável, cê não percebe que não será paz. Captura na jeito, por que cê é tão fraco? Se apegam a vida tão desesperada. Nem miseráveis serão dilacerados. Vem como esse pack no carro. Vai de sangue, de maldição. Eu destruirei sua amada irmã. Focando o que lhe resta na escuridão.
I mean, okay, I gotta say it. Does sound like Fable. But Fable's really good. So sounding like Fable is certainly not a bad thing.
Então Satoru Gojo escapou. O corpo do seu aluno tomei de assalto. Lembra quem eu mataria primeiro? Vamos ver de fato quem dá o cansaço. Mais forte que eu.
I'm not gonna have as much to say about this because I don't understand the lyrics. I understand when he says Satoru Gojo, and you know. Okay, so one mixing thing, I think in the hook, I think there needs to be more fundamental in the screamed, the like kind of growled vocals, because they sound kind of thin, and maybe like the whole thing could be just like crunched up, like you know, add some saturation to the master, add, you know, like compress it a little bit more, just make it all feel a little bit more, again, like you kind of need to just have a wall of noise. That's kind of what it's all about.
Cantando vitória. Você é mais forte dessa era depois de mim. Porque eu sou mais forte. Tô na espera, então mata pra mim. Moleque desgraçado, cê não é capaz. 200% no peito eu domino. Seu vazio roxo não é nada demais. Tô pronto pra brigar, então pode vir. Sem perca de tempo, domínio.
It doesn't really matter as much during the verses, because
Fatiado, o peixe até vira sushi. Sem piedade, sem misericórdia.
Hang on. Let me go back. The audio was fucked up. But yeah, no, during the verses, having the vocals be slightly thin, not a big deal. The verses are less high energy. Also, like, it kind of makes the vocals leave a lot more room for, like, the bass and stuff.
Divergência, general divino, uma hora. Sem massagem, que é zero perdão. De verdade, só atrapa intenção. O próprio demônio na cara do pecado. Princípio do inferno, caos, destruição. Quebra essa costela, invoca a cabeça que mera. Você não sabe o que te espera, o futuro é embaçado. Um braço já foi cortado, vejo que tá empolgado. Levei sua esperança pra tomar lá de assalto. Satoru, você é ninguém. Com corte, tornei inútil o seu poder no fim. Nunca que eu vou esquecer. O dia que te parte em dois. Você perdeu pra mim. Todos vão sucumbe a dois, sofreram aqui sem perdão.
And then this part, I mean, it kind of still sounds like Fable, but it almost started sounding like Jonald. But yeah, no, I fuck with that. Yeah, I would love to hear a translation of that into English, or just read a translation, because that was really cool. I'm gonna subscribe to Gabriza and give that a thumbs up. I should so this guy has 200k subs, so he's out of my league. But I would love to work with some like some artists in the Brazilian side of the scene, and you know, someone who does this style would be perfect. Okay, so the subs are done by Kai and Arthur. They were doing the same shit that you do, Zeet. Where do you all learn this shit? Like, how do y'all gain this black magic ability to make subtitles do that shit? That's crazy. Shit, I mean, like, you're friends with him on Discord, as in you have his Discord, or you just have like his fucking server. Because if you are like friends with him on Discord, tell him to shoot me a message, because that was pretty sick. Also, tell him to shoot me a message if he needs a mix master engineer. I mean, I see he's got HMZ, but like if he wants someone to take his shit to like the next level, I got him. Yeah, that was sick. Well, that's the end of all of the things that I was supposed to react to, and it has been almost 2 hours. Yeah, no, if you have talked to him, I don't know. Pass him like Outlier, see if he fucks with it. But anyway, yeah, I think there's not enough time for me to, like, you know, start up a game of Tekken or anything. I think I may just call the stream here. I got some things I gotta do before work. But thank you to everybody who stopped by. This has been a pretty fun stream. I would love for next reaction stream to have this many things to react to, because this felt very like a good focused stream. My other reaction streams has kind of been like, oh, well, I ran out of stuff. Anyway, here's Tekken. But anyway, yeah, good stream. Thank you to everybody watching, and thank you to everybody who is watching the VOD in the future. And Free Palestine, trans rights, ACAB. Evoker, you came after all the fun's over. But I reacted to the thing you sent, and that shit was sick. Y'all were flowing on that shit. I want to do more rapping shit. I want to do more like rapping, and also like more like melodic shit. I feel like when I do that shit, it doesn't do as well on YouTube, and that's disheartening. But I also love doing the metalcore shit, you know. So I might just have to put all the rap shit on like an album and put all that on Spotify. By the way, speaking of Spotify, one last thing I'll say before I go is I'm trying to hit 1K followers on Spotify. I'm at about 760, but you know, I ran that poll on my community tab to see how many of y'all use Spotify as opposed to other services, and it seems like it's over 50%. So I think, and I don't think all of the people that follow me are people who also follow me on YouTube. I think people that follow me on Spotify are coming to me from Maguire, Game Boy Jones, other collabs, Schwabity, you know. So I think if we all work together, we could get me to 1K followers on Spotify. And that is a good thing, because y'all will know when I drop stuff. The stuff I drop on Spotify will do better. And if my stuff on Spotify does better, I get paid more money and I can make more stuff to put on Spotify for y'all. So win-win. So yeah, if you are not following me on Spotify and you have a Spotify account, please go to my page, give me a follow. I will appreciate it so much. And if you don't use Spotify and you still want to support me and help me make more stuff for all streaming services, because I upload to every streaming service, donate to the Patreon. I'm gonna have some previews dropping on there pretty soon. On my Discord, my Patreon Discord. So yeah, if you donate to the Patreon, you can get into that. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching. Peace out, everybody. I'm just gonna take one sip just because I know the latency is not 100% gone. I got it on low latency mode, but I know that there's still a little bit at the end that will get cut off, so I'm just gonna yap for a little bit and